Howdy, 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 everybody, and welcome to the Fusion Graphix Challenge Cup here at Wild West Motorsports Park for the Pro 4s versus Pro 2s Challenge Series for the Virtual Off-Road Racing Series. I'm Austin Knight. I am joined by Joshua Lee. Joshua, say hi to everybody and tell them what is up.
What is going on, Racecraft TV here at Wild West Motorsports Park? Expecting a great race with these iRacing Short Core Pro 2 and Pro 4 trucks. Something unique, they're multi-class, so the Pro 2s will get a head start over the Pro 4s. So there's going to be a lot of chasing from those Pro 4s to try and get this overall win.
Yeah, absolutely. Pro 2s will be starting ahead of the Pro 4s, but that's not going to make it easy for the Pro 4s because these are some of the top Pro 2 drivers and top Pro 4 drivers, and it's about a 18-second gap between these cars during this qualifying session. Speaking of qualifying, yeah, let's hop in right now. You can tell the difference between the Pro 4s versus the Pro 2s by showing our little graphic right here. The Pro 4s are in gold and the Pro 2s are in blue.
Obviously, the Pro 4s are running a lot faster than the Pro 2s. They are four-wheel drive versus two-wheel drive, and anything four-wheel drive on dirt is going to be a lot faster around this course. But you can see it's really not that much of a difference in hot lap times. Pretty much only about a second 0.1 gap between the fastest Pro 4 and the fastest Pro 2 time from Connor Berry and Cameron Peterson.
Yeah, as we're riding on board with Trenton Briley as he comes around what I call Rockstar Bend and into transfer as they go up the Geico Hill. Bunch of little jumps as they keep on rising up into the mountains here in Nevada here at Wild West Motorsports Park. Trenton Briley, 2/10 off as he slides that car sideways around. Oh, who's that flipping over? That was a 13 car. But across the line, Trenton Briley sets in a 49.680, 1/10 off of Connor Berry. But that is a lap around Wild West Motorsports Park.
Halfway done with qualifying. We're going to see a lot more drivers make some hot laps around this course to try and improve their starting position. Peterson still holding on to that Pro 2 top spot. He's on an out lap to make another shot. Anthony Eigenauer's on an out lap to make another run at the pole in the Pro 4s. Leighton Kramer with his first time on the Pro 4 board with a 49.914. Blake Granger improves his time a little bit with a 50.447. And Connor Berry extending that lead up at the top, 49.508.
Yeah, Josh Edmondson looking quick right now. He's at purple in Sector 1, currently sitting second place behind Cameron Peterson. These two drivers have two of the best iRacing Pro 2 drivers in the entire service. Josh Edmondson just a bit slower, 0.02 of a second slower than world record holder Cameron Peterson.
Peterson set such a fast time, and it seems like everybody in the Pro 2 division just trying to be anywhere close to him. Edmondson got close on that lap, so we can expect it's going to be a battle in the Pro 2 class between those two, as the next fastest time from Josh Fox is more than 2.5 off.
Now Josh Fox is starting his out lap right now. He's just crawling down that pit lane. Driver for Williams Esports. He's making his way downtown and getting ready to go racing, but he's going for that exact right time, and he's looking at the track. A little bit crowded at this moment, and you can see who is on track right now, but he's found that gap, and he likes that gap. But that Pro 4 car behind him, that's Blake Granger, right behind Josh Fox. So yep, Josh is going to let him by, as well as Connor Berry. Oh, Connor getting extremely sideways, and oh no, Connor on his roof, and into the pits he goes.
He's going to get another shot, though. Still 3 minutes remaining here in qualifying. You're taking a look at the 23 of Brock Dickerson, trying to make a lap. Just completed one, a 50.035. Not going to be enough for the pole. He'll sit in fourth right now, and he is going to reset back into the pits, and we'll see if he makes another run. As Edmondson is going on an out lap. Berry's in the pits. Dickerson in the pits. Prater going to come out and try and make another lap. So is Drapkin. as the 619 flips onto his lid. Good thing about iRacing, just hit one button, you're right back into the pit lane with a fresh car.
Yeah, that's the one good news about iRacing is you don't really have to worry about car damage or personal injuries after hitting a wall extremely hard. So these guys, some of them are very attuned to taking a few knocks while in a truck. Josh, you are familiar with some of these guys' names. What special racers do we have in the field today?
Well, I gotta talk about Blake Granger. He is an athlete for Monster Jam behind the wheel of the Max D Monster Jam truck. He is also the reigning ATV Racing World Finals champion from Monster Jam World Finals 20 last year in Orlando. So he knows how to race. He knows all about four-wheel drive and getting the best out of the car that he possibly can. He sits 9th right now on the Pro 4 leaderboard. We'll see if he can improve his time anymore. He's on the back straight and into the final corner, sending it in there, running that cushion, trying to get the best grip out as he can, right up against that wall, catching some air and across the line. We'll see if Granger can improve his time. And it doesn't look like he will. Still sitting in 9th on the Pro 4 leaderboard.
Yeah, as we were talking about that, Connor Berry starting to pull up a good time. Purple sector 1, yellow 2 and 3. And Connor gonna take back 6/1000ths of a second behind Briley. Can he just edge closer to it? Connor Berry, pole
Top of the charts.
There we go. That was a wonderful performance by Connor.
At a fast lap too, 49.441. Moves Briley right back down the order, 5/100th of a second off still, but he is on an out lap. We'll see if he can improve on that time at all. You're taking a look at Sean Heck, a 49.624, his best lap of the session last time by.
Yeah, I jumped up into 3rd place. And taking a look at this, both classes, everyone in it is separate, from first to last is separated by a second. So that's going to make these starts absolutely energetic here as Connor is going to finish out another lap. Speaking of these starts, Josh, talk us through the starting process, because I believe you're in charge of the starting orders.
I am in charge of the starting process, so basically what will happen is everybody is going to line up on the grid. It has been set in the service as a standing start. You can see multiple trucks flipping going into one. What's going to happen is they'll have a standing start, and then on the green flag, they will go into a manual pace lap, and they're going to separate the Pro 4s from the Pro 2s, the Pro 2s passing all of the Pro 4s, and then the Pro 2s will take the green flag, and then 18 seconds later, the Pro 4s will take the green flag, and the Pro 4s are going to have to chase down those Pro 2s if they want that overall win. But other than that, we'll be taking a look at the multi-class racing and see who can be the best of the Pro 4s and the Pro 2s.
Yeah. 2 classes, 15 cars in total, or 15 trucks in total, as qualifying is finishing up here at Wild West Motorsports Park for the Fusion Graphix Challenge Cup here on Racecraft TV. We're just waiting for Mason Prater and Zachary Drapkin, currently sitting 7th and 6th. Mason comes across the line. No improvement for them. Let's take a look at Zachary, because it looks like they're going a little bit faster than the times that they set already. But, oh, no. This got caught out by the qualifying clock. Well, as that qualifying is over, let's take a look at our Pro 4 grid. Connor Berry starts up on pole, followed by Trenton Briley, Sean Heck, and Jeremy Soderoff are your front row. The second row is Leighton Kramer, Brock Dickerson, Mason Prater, Anthony Eigenauer in the second row. And then in the back third row, it is Blake Granger all by himself. And Josh, let's walk us through the Pro 2 grid. And the Pro 2 front row, it is Cameron Peterson with started up in the far left lane, followed by Josh Edmondson, Josh Fox, and Gary Green in the front row. And behind them, with free choice of lane, it's Tyson Miller and Zachary Drapkin at the back. So the Pro 2 is going to make their way in front of the Pro 4s as we get ready to go green here for the Fusion Graphix Challenge Cup. The clock is coming down. Racecraft TV Nation, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling tonight? Are you ready for some wild, wild west racing? Of some wild truck racing here, as we're gonna go green after this short pace lap, and we're going to be following Cameron Peterson, the Pro 2 pole sitter, as he makes his way through the field with the rest of the Pro 2 grid. So these guys are getting ready through the pace lap. Peterson, Edmondson, Fox, and Green are your front row. Starting far left will be Cameron Peterson with Josh Edmondson. And second left, second right, it's Josh Fox. And far right will be Gary Green. Tyson Miller will be on left side with Zachary Drapkin on right side, as we are gridding up right now to start off this wonderful race. It's a land rush start, and Joshua Lee, my co-commentator today, is giving the command. So we're just waiting, anticipating, getting ready to go green. A little bit of a bobble from number 12. A little bit of correction for Cameron Peterson, as Gary Green is technically in the lead. Let's take a look at Josh Edmondson, get that centered line shot. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, grab your hats, because we're about to go jumping some trucks and slinging some dirt and mud here at Wild West Motorsports Park for the Fusion Graphix Challenge Cup, and away we go! It's a great start by Peterson. Edmondson right behind, but look at Gary Green around the outside, 4 wide across the jump. As there's 3 wide now. Peterson, great line. Edmondson looking around the outside. Gary Green getting his nose in there right now. Peterson and Edmondson. Peterson leading it out. Edmondson and Green going side by side and trying to go. And right behind comes the Pro 4s as they enter Rockstar.
And the Pro 4s going into turn 1, 3 wide. Connor Berry clear going into 1, with the rest of them scrapping for any positions they possibly can. The 69 truck looked like it might have went around, but for the most part, everybody through turn 1 clean as they're going to head into 2.
Yeah, the side by side, a little bit of contact. Trenton Briley getting turned around, and oh my goodness, we got cars just hopping onto. That's a 23 of Brock Dickerson. Oh, and he's just stuck on that apron.
He got it off. He's going to need to get going, though. Here come the Pro 2s into 1. Peterson leads. Edmondson second. Green third as they all head through 1 and right down the elevation into 2. Peterson with a good gap over second place. The Pro 2s looking to run away with this. These are the overall leaders. Your leaders for the Pro 4 is Connor Berry, but the main objective for these Pro 4s is to catch the Pro 2s as Heck tries to make a move on Briley for second.
Yeah, Sean Heck looking down the inside, now looking around the outside, as these two guys going nose to nose through each corner. Heck just dancing on the bumper of Trenton Briley, who through the practice was absolutely just flying, and I'm surprised he's not showing the same pace that he was yesterday. But he is looking like he does have some damage on that front nose of his number 17 car.
We'll see if that damage affects him. Not usually a factor, front-end damage in these Pro trucks. The 17 might have a little bit of issues with the speed of that arrow, but it doesn't look like it's affecting him much on the straight line, as Sean Heck having issues catching him. He's going to throw it into 1, going to peek that nose inside, maybe a little bit of contact. But still, the 619 sitting in third, trying to find a way around the 17. I gotta say, Trenton Briley's doing a great job at making that Pro 4 truck as wide as the track.
That's right on board with Sean Heck. And to see on how close he can get these two cars dancing around corners. He goes pretty much side by side with him, but it's pretty much a shut door with how much and how long that corner is through transfer.
Back into the final corner once again, hopping over to the Pro 2s, coming off of turn number 1. Edmondson in full attack mode, trying to catch Peterson, with Fox and Green having a little bit of a scrap for third place. Fox just full lock to full lock. The amount of steering these drivers have to do in these Pro 4 trucks is insane, as Fox is in fourth, trying to get back up to the bumper of Gary Green for the third spot.
Yeah, controlling these cars is going to be an absolute handful. And speaking of an absolute handful, we're going to go back to Trenton Briley and Sean Heck. Heck is making this a handful for Briley, and that's allowing Connor Berry to pull away from the lead. But it's Heck and Trenton. Just both these guys in a ding-dong battle for second ear. And second ear for our Pro 2 class. And it's a big bounce from Heck, but Briley going wide down through the final hairpin in front of the front straight. Briley's got the speed, and Heck disappears from us just a little bit as they're starting to catch up the Pro 2 field.
I'll tell you who's really enjoying this battle right now, Anthony Eigenauer. He is sitting right behind these two, so if these two get into a wreck, Eigenauer is going to be able to take over P2.
Anthony Eigenauer licking his lips at the possibility of jumping these two cars ahead of him, and we're talking about the lead. Sean Heck just put in the fastest Sector 3 time last lap, so he knows on how to push this car, as Trenton Briley is definitely under pressure and feeling that pressure behind.
He's doing a great job with it because Heck's not able to make the pass. He's able to get to that bumper. He's able to peek the nose into the inside, but he's not able to get alongside of him or even make that move at all in this race as Barry continues to pull away, trying to catch these Pro 2s.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the Pro 2 lead, but the Pro 2 lead is pretty much a nose-to-nose fight between Edmondson and Peterson.
Peterson, the only Canadian in the field, pulling away, representing the Canucks. Everybody else from the USA, they're all trying to catch this Canadian leader right now as the 5 car, a beautiful turn through the final corner and back onto the front straightaway. And Barry in the Pro 4s has just made his first pass on a Pro 2 driver. So here comes the Pro 4 of Connor Berry, trying to pass as many Pro 2 cars as he can, as we're only about halfway through done with this motor race.
Halfway done, but only 13 seconds separate them. I don't think it's going to be enough for Connor Berry unless Cameron Peterson and Josh Edmondson get into each other and hold each other up. They just have that pace on lock right now, and with that traffic the Pro 4s are going through, it's going to be a very hard ride to keep that pace.
And Edmondson having the same issues as Sean Heck, just not able to make that move and complete it. He's close to that back bumper. He's gonna need Peterson to make a mistake, but he has been the fastest truck all day out of the Pro 2s. So it's gonna be very rare to see Cameron Peterson make a mistake here in the final closing laps of this race. But that's all Edmondson can hope for right now.
Got a little replay of Jeremy Soderoff. Something has happened back here. His car just absolutely stopped, and he had to go into the pit lane. Oh, and he blew an engine!
Oh, the engine blew.
Oh, the power tank truck, unfortunately, getting retired behind the wall, and that is just absolutely unfortunate. We got a great battle for 4th place right now with 4 Pro 4 trucks nose to tail with each other.
It is a scrap in the back of this Pro 4 field. Granger looked to the inside of Eigenauer. Wasn't able to make the pass complete. Eigenauer going to sweep it into turn 3 with now the 50 on the back bumper of the 2. That's Mason Prater trying to make a pass on Granger.
Yeah, only 4 turns on this course. Someone say you think it was an oval, but nope. One full-on left turn, one full-on right turn, another full-on left turn, another full-on left turn. So it is kind of an oval, just more left turns than you're used to.
This 13 is using the 50 and the 2 scrap to try and pull away, but he's not doing a great job of it. That 2 is right back to the bumper.
Yeah, look at the back of him as well. That car dancing on the back of him is Brock. Nope, no, that's not Brock. That's Mason Peter. And he's just looking down the inside and trying to shove his way down that number 1 car. Ooh, jumps up into the third place of this 4-car scrap, led by Anthony Eigenauer.
And Kramer is 1 lap down. He's not on the lead lap. He's not necessarily racing these drivers for track position, but he's racing them for pride as the 69 goes to the inside of the 2.
Yeah, Blake is wondering what this lap car down is doing, but he's just letting him do his thing as he overshoots that turn.
He tried to slide job him, an old dirt track move, but he was unable to make it stick. Right around the 69 goes the 2 of Blake Granger. He's going to make a move on Eigenauer, but he gets a little bit up out of the groove. And there goes Kramer into the 2nd spot in this little battle. But Granger is going to keep the 5th spot overall. As to the outside goes the 50 contact coming out of the back straight.
It makes Peter look around the outside, using that banking to get some traction off there. Is he going to try to shoot down onto the inside? And I'm going to pull away from this accident as he sends it down to the inside in the final corner. Prater and Granger making contact, banging wheels. They go down the front straight. They're racing like it's the final lap right here. And speaking of the final lap, Connor Berry is going to very slowly. There's contact between the Pro 4s and the Pro 2.
The 619 on the outside, that's Sean Heck. On the inside, it's Connor Berry. Berry gonna keep 2nd place as Briley continues to pull away with the lead. You can see him a little bit up the road, about 2 seconds up. But back to the inside goes the 619. Heck and Berry having a really good battle. And the 528 of Connor Berry, that's what brought Sean Heck to him. It was contact.
Oh, that was just a punt. And that allowed Trent and Briley to get into the lead as they were passing a Pro 2. Oh, that is just so unfortunate. But Trent and Briley in the lead, and now he's dancing on the bumper of Josh Fox.
And he wants to get around Josh Fox. He wants to get this overall win as Peterson continues to lead overall on the racetrack. But Heck wants that 2nd place in the Pro 2s. He's back to the back bumper of Berry. He had a chance earlier. He fell off. And now he has another chance with only 4 laps to go.
This is what makes trophy truck races so wonderful here, especially multi-class trophy truck racing. You never know what's going to happen, and it just brings you a smile on your face because this is some absolutely fantastic racing we're watching here between the Pro 4s, the Pro 2s, and within each other, the Pro 2s versus Pro 2 overall lead between Peterson and Edmondson. This makes you smile as Briley is closing in on Rockstar, and Josh Fox, and Gary Green.
Briley has done an amazing job at leading the Pro 4s all day, trying to cut his way through the Pro 2s. But that 12 on the inside of Josh Fox making it difficult for him. Possibly some contact in turn 3, but he's going to get that spot. He now sets his eyes on Gary Green, but the battle is up front between Peterson and Edmondson, who have gapped Gary Green, the 3rd place in the Pro 2s, by more than 10 seconds. So the Peterson and Edmondson are running away with the Pro 2 lead, and Briley's not going to have enough time to catch him for the overall win.
Briley entering 3rd place overall as Connor Berry is taking a very crazy line into turn 1. He jumps ahead of Joshua Fox, and our timing screen looks like more of a green, golden blue Christmas tree right now as this is separated a lot as the field is trying to get through these guys. As Connor Berry, big contact with Gary Green, swinging around the outside. Berry's got the wide line, and Berry's got the traction with that 4-wheel drive, and Connor Berry jumps into 2nd place in the Pro 4s and 4th place overall.
He's only going to have 1 lap to catch the leaders as we're on white flag. Briley with the lead by about 1.2 seconds. Berry trying to catch him. This is the last chance for Edmondson to win overall and the Pro 2.
Now let's ride on board with Joshua Edmondson as we head into Rockstar. Let's just see on how much this car rolls. 1 second technically separates them, but I've seen Josh send moves from absolutely the planet Mars and back. But Cameron Peterson, the world record holder, showing everyone why he is a world record holder, pulling out a 10-second gap to the Pro 4s behind and the rest of the field. These two guys have absolutely alien pace right now. And the only fight that they have is within each other. Coming down the final jump and coming across the Geico Grandstand. Taking the win here today. It is Cameron Peterson.
And taking the win of Pro 4s with Barry behind it will be Trenton Briley, grabbing the win in the Pro 4s. So Peterson and Briley, the two victorious here today, as we have a couple more drivers scrapping for positions in the back. That's Brock Dickerson grabbing 5th place away from Blake Granger on the last lap.
That was a wonderful move, as we're getting a few salutes from the big contact. Oh my goodness. Blake, you all right? Oh, nope, he's on his roof. I think he's all right. Oh, now we're just getting some salutes from the 09 car as he gets teleported into the pit lane. And it's a victory lap for Cameron Peterson. And let's read out our results. Taking the win, it is Cameron Peterson, followed by Josh Edmondson and the Pro 2s. Trenton Briley snaps 3rd overall for the Pro 4s, followed by Connor Berry. Sean Heck, Gary Green, 3rd in the Pro 2s, followed by a Pro 2 driver of Josh Fox. They're followed by Mason Prayer, Brock Dickerson, Blake Granger, Tyson Miller, Leighton Kramer, Zachary Draken, Anthony Eigenauer, and Jerry Soderoff in 15th place. And let's go back live, because I believe we're going for a reverse grid race right now with Josh Edmondson leading the field. So Josh, how was that race, man?
An exciting race. I expected nothing more from these iRacing Pro Trucks. Battles everywhere, a lot of sliding around, a lot of contact, and a lot of carnage all day. It was an exciting 16-lap race, and I'm looking forward to more from this league. This is an exciting one at Wild West.
Yeah, and with us right now, it is our race winner with Cameron Peterson.
Hey Austin, how's it going?
Oh, it's going absolutely fantastic. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good after that one. I seen Connor catching up to us there, and I think he ran into some trouble. And if he didn't, I think he would have caught us. To be honest, would have made for a good show. But I mean, that's just part of the Challenge Cup, really. You can run into problems wherever. It was a good race though with Josh. He kept me on my toes for sure. Yeah, good race, and happy to take the win.
It was an absolute fantastic race and a very unique start with that land rush start. Not many attempts to do a land rush start here on iRacing. Talk us through that process.
Luckily enough, we were able to whip up a quick idea to get the Pro 2s out front with the land rush start. And I think today it worked really well. Like I said, if Connor hadn't had problems, he probably would have catched us and it would have worked out pretty well. But yeah, it's all about that hole shot. You want to get out of that first corner in the lead, and super hard to pass in these Pro 2s. So positioning after the first corner is critical, and luckily enough to stay in front of Josh there.
All right, well, it was an absolutely wonderful race by you, Cameron. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank?
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. I'm pretty stoked to look at it later. Thanks for anyone watching the broadcast as well. It means a lot to us. Thanks to the guys at Jim Beaver Esports, always putting on, opening up opportunities for me, and great bunch of guys over there. We got some sponsors over there as well. We got General Tire, Polaris, Razor, Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP, XTV Axles, Gibson Performance Exhaust, Acronis, and Sant Racing Fabrication. Big hats off to those guys, and yeah, looking forward to the next one.
All right, well, congrats on the win, Cameron. You go and celebrate now and have a great night, and I believe Joshua is standing by with our Pro 4 winner.
I am Trenton Briley in the booth, your Pro 4 winner. Trenton, you had a good start. You were able to hold on to the lead. How was the race from your perspective in the cockpit?
It was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. I kind of had to hand it to me with Connor. I don't know not sure what happened. He got into an incident, but I'll take it. These Pro 2, Pro 4 races are a lot of fun. So looking forward to the next one for sure.
We saw a lot of battles between you and the rest of the Pro 2 drivers when you caught them later on in the race. How difficult was it weaving your way through that traffic? Because you were able to get by a good majority of those Pro 2s, but it took a lot of time to complete those passes.
Yeah, it's tough, man. The Pro 2s are a lot more sensitive in game and in real life. So I don't want to be that guy that just goes through the field blasting through everybody. So I kind of tried to, keep space between me and the Pro 2s when I was passing by them. It's tough, getting around them. They got to run totally different lines than us, and the dirt treats them different than the Pro 4s, and there's a lot of factors involved. So, but it was very cool.
Anyone else you'd like to thank?
Just me, man. A lot of money dumped into my simulator at this point, but I'm having fun with it, so it's all good.
Thank you very much. Austin, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Trenton, for hopping in the booth to give us a little bit of insight on that wonderful win. Josh, I'm going to give it to you. Any closing thoughts?
Just an amazing race. I mean, a lot of great drivers in this field. A lot of them not even from these Pro trucks. A lot of them that are used to driving these Pro trucks in real life, but they all did an amazing job here tonight in this race. And I'm excited for what more comes from the Fusion Graphix Challenge Cup. I think it's going to be an exciting league to keep up with throughout this season.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here live here on Racecraft TV. I'm been joined by Joshua Lee, and I'm Austin I, and I hope y'all have a good night.